Hi, I'm Phil Gastler. I farm with Gastler Brothers Farming, Martinsburg, Missouri. We farm in northeast Callaway, southeast Audrain, and northwest Montgomery counties. My brother and I sell seed for Asgrow DeKalb and Lewis Seed. I take care of the DeKalb Asgrow portion of it. We're shelling corn today. This number here is a VT3, which you can see has quite a bit of earworm damage on it. Mold caused by the damage to the kernels from the earworms eating on it. We do not have a VT Double Pro here with us. I could show you that the damage would be very minimal just on the extreme tip of the ear, so there would not be any mold damage on it. It'd be very minimal, so the quality of the corn was going to be better. And we have a new number out this year that's been exceptionally good in yield, so pretty excited about that number. Okay, this corn was originally planted April 18th, 19th, and we tore up this flatter portion up here and replanted it. It's quite a bit taller, and the stand's a little bit better, and it's making just about what this corn down here is that was left and was not replanted, except this is about 3 points wetter. So it's running 17 to 18, and this other corn's running 13 to 15. So,
are you just going to put air in that then?
Actually, we're blending these off as we're going to town, and they're coming back 15. So while we got these corns close, we got to keep them blended. So we have one guy combine dry corn and one guy cut wet corn, blend them so they'll work that way. This corn is actually quite a bit drier and has a little bit better test weight than the later planted corn. And later planted corn gooseneck from a windstorm pre-tassel, so it's kind of hard to see when you're driving through the field. Can't see your rows.
Otherwise, how is harvest going?
Good. We're on the downhill slide. We're down to 450 acres of corn out of 2,600, so we're getting close to the end. We're probably going to have to quit shelling corn pretty quick and start cutting beans. All the beans are getting ready, so corn can stand in the field where beans can't. They'll dry and shatter.
How is it yielding?
Corn has been some very disappointing and some a little bit average, what you call it. It's not going to be an exceptional crop.
In this area, what would that be?
130 bushel would be an average crop, and that's probably where we're going to end up. Average from top to bottom is 130 bushel. So that's kind of where we're aiming at right now. It could be a little better. The later corn does look a little better. It stands better, so it's running. The yield's running with the early corn that has a good stand, so we could raise our average. But when you've got too many acres combine, it takes a lot of bushels to raise the average much, so you got to keep that.
Yeah, we were. Some areas, of course, have been harvesting up to this point and have been in rather early. What kind of a season has it been here for either early or late?
This is early. We could be, if we hadn't got rained out, we could have been done shelling corn before the 1st of October, which would be early. We could have started probably 3 or 4 days sooner than we did, but the ground was a little heavy and places, and we didn't want to track it up, so we waited, and now we track some of it worse because it got really wet. And then, but no, it's going pretty good. If the yield was a little higher, we wouldn't be quite as far along either. Logistics get to be a problem then, so we cut a lot of acres a day with 4 trucks. We keep going, so that makes it go pretty fast.
Characterize your relief in the difference from last year to this year as far as the lateness of the harvest.
Last year we hadn't started, and we know we're looking at 45 to 60 days of harvest, and that's putting you way off, and it can get muddy, and it did, and it never dries out sometimes in the fall. And this year, we're looking pretty optimistic we'll be done by the end of October with everything and have the wheat drilled. And last year we didn't get any wheat drilled. We plowed every field and we made a mess, so things are going quite a bit better this year than they did last year. It feels better too.